Hi Aquarius, welcome to Cancer season and welcome to your reading. It's a lot of work, Cancer season, for you. And I think it's because you're a mental sign. And of course you're a giver, right? You care deeply about people, but it's from an intellectual standpoint, less from an emotional standpoint and emotional intelligence. Like, this energy can be quite hard on you because it's hard to see and to go into those vulnerable spaces that actually create connection with people in your life or people within your community. So it can feel like you're being criticized. It can feel like in some aspects everything's going the way that you wanted, and in others things are just horrible and you feel horrible. The good thing is Jupiter just moved into your 5th house, into Gemini. Here, the Gemini card. So even though this critical energy does want to refine you and it wants to show you things that you don't know, but not in a nice and happy way, in a hurtful and harsh way, you still have Jupiter in your 5th house, bringing you a lot of fun for the next year, bringing you romantic vibes, just bringing you vibes. You are the vibe, you're creating the vibe, you're attracting the vibe. That's this next year for you. And we do have Mars entering Gemini on July 20th. We have Mercury moving into Leo. Mercury is the ruling planet for Gemini. So Mercury will move into Leo on July 5th and activate your 7th house of relationships. So this period that you've been going through of refinement has actually just been preparing you for the type of relationships that you actually want to attract into your life. So starting on July 2nd, you will feel this shift that has really been on hold because there's been work that you've been needing to do on yourself. Now, when it comes to romance and relationships, romantic relationships right now can slow you down. They can keep you stuck. They can sweet talk you into acquiring what you have worked for years, months, decades, whatever, to have, to create for yourself. They can sweet talk you into you giving them your world, you opening them up to your world. This can be relationships, romantic relationships, or it can just be people in your life. And we talked about this, I think, in the last reading, where you need to allow yourself to take the stage and be front and center. And if you do that, you will keep things in balance this year because it is your right. But if you are overly accepting, if you're vanilla, that's what I've been thinking about. If your mind is vanilla, meaning you think the best of people, you think people, that relationship, that friendship, that whatever will slow down your progress. And that's happening right now, to be honest with you. Whether it's a Gemini that you're dealing with, a Sagittarian that you're dealing with, whatever, whoever, they will slow down this world. And it's okay if you need time to prepare for the world. The world is coming to you starting on July 2nd. It's time for you to take the stage. It's time for you to connect in the way that you've been wanting to connect. Get out into the world, go places you've been wanting to go. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, but you've been too afraid to do it, starting on July 2nd, you're ready to do it. You want to do it, but your attachments can be the detractor of you fully getting to experience those things that you are deeply desiring, and you know that these are the things that will make you feel like you're living a fulfilling life. So don't be vanilla. Don't be fixed. Don't be fixed in what you think you know. Gemini energy this year Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini, Mars moving into Gemini at the end of the month. Gemini energy is like, I know you think you know this, but every day there's information that's going to come into your mind, information that you're going to be exposed to that you have to take into consideration. Is it true? Is it not true? That is an assessment that you're going to have to make, but it's new information. You can't just ignore it. So take this information and do with it what you will, but I encourage you to not be vanilla. I encourage you to be real. I encourage you to accept the reality of people and use that reality to your benefit and to your protection, and also attract opportunities that are connected to that reality, because that's honestly what people want. They don't, as much as they may act like they want this vanilla experience, what people are actually craving this year especially is a raw truth. They're craving it. They can't survive in the curated falsehood, the curated mindset is how I would call it. Like, you just gotta be real. You've gotta be real with what you've experienced and know that that will actually be the attractor of all the things, the Page of Swords and the Magician. You've got ideas to share, you've got this business idea, this creative idea, and the Page of Swords and the Magician, Mercury and Leo, is bringing you the tools, it's bringing you the confidence to use those tools and to create what you want. But don't be vanilla, because people won't believe you. They won't be attracted. It's almost like people are attracted right now to drama or intense truth. Harsh truth, even, I would say. Saturn and Neptune are going retrograde in your second house of finances. Saturn will go retrograde on June 29th and Neptune will go retrograde on July 2nd. And this is a professional opportunity that has been hiding out behind the scenes that maybe you've been scared to unveil here. But this Piscean energy is like, I know you're scared. I know you don't want to walk into this reality, but this is money. This is financial opportunity. Let's invest in it. Find a way to make it lucrative. If you're dealing with a Sagittarian here, you can't trust them. You can't trust them with your money. You can't trust them with your financial opportunities, but they can make you aware of what you have in your possession, and that's really valuable. The new moon in Cancer in your 6th house on July 5th is, if you're doing the work, things will move. It's very humble. It's very, it's almost like, it's making me think of Jess Hilarious, where like she's doing amazing, but it's almost like, yay, I've been working to get this opportunity, and now she has the opportunity. Now she's on the Breakfast Club, absolutely killing it. But it's like, damn, we getting into the reality of this thing day in and day out. I gotta be up here every morning. I gotta do this thing every day. Ooh, Lord Jesus, I'm tired. So maybe with this new moon in Cancer, there are some aspects of this approach to whatever work you're doing today. Like, if you have a job that you hate, the desire to leave that job is so intense under this new moon in Cancer. It's like, I'm ready to go. I can't do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I literally have no more feelings with this. I'm just so not invested in this in any way anymore. I cannot do it. This feeling is like the worst, because it's like, there's literally no turning back from this. I have to leave. I have to get away from this thing, or it's pushing me away, whatever it is. I can't do it. Or you're in a professional dynamic that is like, the way we're doing this sucks. We can't do it like this anymore. I'm gonna change in this way. It's like, you gotta criticize it, and you've gotta let people criticize you. You've gotta go into this 6th house space of change, physically changing, which is one of the hardest things to do, because who wants to physically change? I'm like, I can change my mind before I physically change something, right? Sometimes even changing emotionally is easier than physically changing things. Physical change is like, that's a lot. But that's exactly what this energy wants you to do. It wants you to physically change because you need to attract something different. You need to really pay attention to what people are really looking for, and you know what people are looking for and you know what's needed. But actually adjusting to that and letting go and being flexible can be a bit hard for fixed signs. So accept this change, or if it's you who has to bring this change in this partnership, accept the need to bring that change. You've got Pluto in your sign right now. You have the power. You know what that magnetizing energy is. So don't be afraid to bring that to the surface, even if it's emotional and tough, and you'll get back your fix. They will understand. Let's go into the rest of the transits in your extended. Your extended you can access through the link in the description. Sign up for the Aquarius tier on Patreon to access your extended. You can schedule private and birth chart readings with me through the link in the description. The Cancer season kickoff birth is out now on YouTube, and the Cancer season playlist Tide is available on Apple Music, and the link is in the description. Love you. I'll see you in your extended. Bye, Aquarius.